Hi, and welcome back to our channel. I want to do a video on my favorites, mainly January and February, what I've seen thus far, what has been like my reach for or go-to products as far as makeup. I don't have any skincare in this. This is 100% makeup. So to jump right in, because I don't want this video to be too long, is my two primers that have absolutely been my go-to has been the Marc Jacobs Coconut and the Double Duty by Tarte. So both of these are moisturizing. I have very dry skin, and they're both more of a liquidy consistency versus like some of the thick gel ones. But when I wear these, my makeup looks good every single time. For foundations, I actually have three that I've used the absolute most this month. One is my Ride or Die. This is what I go to when I don't feel like dealing with drama or dealing with having to make a product work or just want it to look fantastic on the skin. So this is the Bobbi Brown Skin Long Wear Weightless. I do wear Cool Ivory. This is literally one of my favorite foundations ever. I actually got this from Bobbi Brown, mailed to me because I bought a palette from them and it broke. I literally, the first time I used it, I tilted it and a pan fell out on my floor and actually stained my carpet. I wasn't very thrilled, but I emailed Bobbi Brown versus taking it back to Neiman Marcus because Neiman Marcus, like Saks, does not allow returns even when there's a problem. If you've used it or opened it, they don't take it. So I emailed Bobbi Brown and they were absolutely fantastic. I was hoping to get the same palette because I really love the shade that broke. They weren't allowed to because it was a limited edition, and they actually mailed me this foundation for free, even though my palette was cheaper than this, because that's how good their customer service is. I did have to show evidence of it, things like that, but it was really a pretty easy process. The next one is, and I've talked about this in a couple videos, it's the Candid foundation, and I'm left-handed. Let me just switch this. I keep putting it over there. So this is the Revlon Candid foundation, and this one I'm in shade 150, which is Creme Brulee. And this one for me, I don't care for the concealer, I don't care for the powder, but this foundation, I've already used half of it, and I've only had it a month. It is, I plan on picking up more, so they can't stop selling it before I get more, but they are literally, it blends so easily if I'm running late for work. If I want to throw something on, it looks fantastic, and I just really like it on my skin, and it, honestly, you can use it with or without a primer. I personally like a primer, but one day I was half asleep and did my entire makeup, and then all of a sudden I was like, you didn't even put a primer on. And it still looked great all day, so that's a really good foundation. My other one, and this one, I'll be honest, I thought there was more hype than actual truth to what this foundation had, and I really wasn't keen on buying it because of the foundation's shade range. I don't like to buy a formula that has a very low shade range, whether it's for deeper skin tones or fair skin tones, because we do see it on both sides, though I do believe that deeper skin tones have much more of an issue with it because they just don't produce a ton. So this is the Covergirl Vitalist Healthy Elixir. I got this as a free perk through Rite Aid because I had enough like bonus dollars. So I used my bonus dollars because everyone was talking about it and I couldn't resist. It's that, I see why. However, I still don't understand if it's this popular why they haven't increased the shade range. It really makes no difference. I wear Ivory, which is the absolute lightest shade. I'm fair. I joke that I am alabaster. I'm a super, super, super white. I don't know. I mean, I don't tan at all. Even in the summer, I don't at all. I wear 50. So for me to have a lighter shade in the lightest range, it's not unheard of, but to be the very lightest is ridiculous because I typically am like normal CoverGirl shades, I'm 3 or 4 shades in. Bobbi Brown, I think I was 5 shades in. I'm trying to think of one. Fenty, I'm like 10. So this is obviously a problem with the shade range. So that's foundation. For concealer, I have 2. I definitely have way more favorites than 2, but these are the 2 that I reach for the most this month. And that is the Makeup Revolution concealer. I'm kind of shocked by this. I thought it was going to be very drying under the eyes. I thought it wouldn't look good. It actually cleaned up one that I used that was super dry. So, and the other one is Colorpop. And I don't think that's a shock to anybody. A lot of us like that one. For brows, I have more than the entire Benefit brow collection. I have, I think, 2 of most of them because I bought the Desi Perkins set. I loved it. And that's my go-to. That's typically what I do. That's the one I love. However, it's kind of funny that I picked this up on a whim and it works the exact same. If you're looking for a dupe, this is it. So it's Total Temptation by Maybelline. So it does have a spoolie. It has a small spoolie, but I actually kind of like it because it's fatter and shorter. And then it has the exact same, sorry, I have a hair of it. It has the exact same end as the, I forget which one, it's not the fine one, it's the thicker one, and I forget their actually brand name for it, but I use the shade Blonde. And for me, I have a problem finding brow in a lot of brands because either they go very blonde, like this blonde, not the taupe color, or they are too warm or too cool for what my eyebrows are. So I was pretty excited. I can't tell you, I don't remember how much it cost, $5, $6, $7, but for a dupe for something that costs $24, that's fantastic. For powders, I am working on declining how much powder I use. I just did a video today and filmed about products that age you, and one of them is loose in pressed powders. And so it depends on all of how you use them. For example, I cannot bake. When that phenomenon first came out, I tried it and I loved the fact that my makeup lasted. However, I immediately looked older and I couldn't wrap my head around the fact that maybe I shouldn't be baking. But I think one of these will probably be my go-to for the rest of my life because that's how much I love it. And that is the Fenty powder. This is the lavender. I love this. If you accidentally put a little bit too much bronzer somewhere, or you want to just kind of lighten it up, works amazing. Works under the eye amazing. If you are not too generous, then it doesn't cake at all. It looks fantastic. So again, it's use, not the product. I'm trying to think what else. Today, my blush was just large and in charge. I used a little bit of this powder, and it literally just made it look beautiful and smooth and everything else. And again, because it's lavender, it is a brightening, and that it definitely brightens. The other one, I have to say, I wasn't sold on it, and I purchased it for review purposes. I review based on consumerism, not based on makeup artist, and so I actually purchased the Too Faced loose powder, the Born This Way loose powder. This is, let's see, how much do you get in this? 0.56 ounces, and what's in Fenty? Let's see. 0.98 ounces, and they're very similar in price. So to me, one loose powder, another loose powder. I have Laura Mercier, I have Hourglass, I have Fenty. I mean, it wasn't a big deal. But then I was reviewing the foundation and the concealers because I have two of them and two different formulas, and I decided to pick it up. I actually really love this powder. I use it a little bit differently. I mix just a touch of the Fenty Lavender in to brighten so it's not so cakey, and the Fenty is so finely milled, it literally is like the perfect powder. I don't dust it everywhere. I dust it where I need it, and it looks amazing. So I have to say, I was wrong because I like it. So next is face products. I have to say, I become a creature of habit about contour. So contour, I typically use either Tarte or Benefit's cream contours, and I don't change that often for those. I don't like powder contour as a whole. It's me. It's not anything else. I just think it looks, I like the look of having a cream contour and then a powder bronzer because I just feel like it brings it all together. And that's just me. That's my personal thing. But one of the bronzers that I've been using, and I probably will hit pan on this year, is the Wet n Wild. This is in the, let's see, it's got a shade. Nope, it just says bronzer. It says number 73. Oh, Ticket to Brazil. I can read. It's actually a sticker on here. So that's one of my favorites. Another one that I've been using a pretty decent amount is the Too Faced Cocoa Contour. I actually got this at TJ Maxx for like half the price, and it actually works really well. The shades look like this. Let's see if I can do this without dumping the brush. They're actually really similar to the Kat Von D one, but I love it, and I personally think anytime you can smell chocolate is a good thing. The last ones are, and this has more than just contour. This is mainly Colorpop. So the only ones that aren't Colorpop are these two over here. This one is Finding Ferdinand, and the little one, I couldn't tell you because it came in Ipsy, I believe, and there's no label. But the rest of the other 5 are Colorpop. work amazing. The blush and the highlighters are so, they're skin-like. They're not, oh, there's that. And then the contour blends really well, although I forget to reach for it half the time. So that's not their fault, though. And then some more face products I have. There's no way I could do anything on favorite products and not include the Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula. This is another one that everybody talked about online, and I was like, nope, I'm not buying it. I have enough, I'm not buying it. I have enough, not buying it. And then I smelled it in the store, and the rest was history. It smells so good, but it actually works fantastic too. It's not just a scented product. Do we see a theme here with scented products? The next one is the Paradise Enchanted. This is one of the peach blushes by L'Oreal. And this is in the shade Fantastical. I absolutely love this. I don't think the color is picking up good. It's like a pinkish coral color. It's very pretty. Then I also have another blush by Bobbi Brown. This is in the shade Coral Sugar. And I think I've mentioned this in a video before. I don't think this has a bit of coral in it personally. It's all pink to me, but it's beautiful nonetheless. This one is actually really good when you are, I'm trying to think of how to explain it. So if you want a little bit more pop, you're trying to be more dramatic, this is really good, but you can, it's layerable. It's buildable. It doesn't do that initially, so it's fantastic for that. Another one for highlighter, I have the, and again, I think I've mentioned this in a video before, Makeup Revolution Triple Baked Rainbow Highlighter Unicorn Heart. This looks so amazing on the skin. It absolutely just settles and blends and melds into your skin, and it doesn't give a rainbow look to it at all. It's just very pretty. One other highlighter I have, and that's from Kylie. This is the Snow Angel. This is from the holiday collection. I did buy like half of that collection, and you can see, if you can see it, I put a pretty big dent in this one. It looks amazing. I actually think this would look even better on a deeper skin tone or someone who had a tan, but it still looks great on my skin too. It's like a rose gold shade. So for eye products, I have quite a few, although most of them I'm going to pick up in one swift swoop. My current go-to mascara, I actually have, I tried a new one today that I'm in love with. That's Wander Beauty. Oh, I love it. But the Colorpop ones. So I have green, purple, blue, red, and black. The red, I'm not really sold on. I thought it was going to look amazing, but it kind of looks like pink eye to me. But the rest of them look beautiful. And if you add a Colorpop with, that was kind of funny, a pop of color with your waterline, it makes it look even better. I was actually wearing today blue on my bottom lashes only. I was wearing the Water Beauty in the top and blue liner, and multiple people in the store while I was grocery shopping complimented my makeup. So I think that it's one of those that when you use it a certain way, it just really brings out your eyes and looks beautiful. So, and even the black, it works fantastic. Like, it's one of my go-to mascaras. So for eyeliners, I actually grabbed my two favorites, and that would be Colorpop. This one is like a brown color, and this one is like a green, and I never have a complaint about even their lip liners. Colourpop's formula is fantastic, and they don't cost you $1 million, so there's no point in going out and shopping for all these expensive brands when Colourpop can do the job. Another one for the eyes, I am absolutely in love with Ozaredo Cosmetics. Their lashes are fantastic. I had never heard of the brand. They actually contacted me. I had never heard of them, anything, and I'm a skeptic. When someone contacts me, it doesn't mean their product's fantastic, doesn't mean anything, but they are. I have two different styles. I have So Me, and this one is Doll. Doll is a much more dramatic look. So Me is dramatic. That's not true. But it tends to like start here and go out and fan, and so if you wear them the right way, they don't look super dramatic. They're definitely not wispies, but they're a little bit less dramatic. Doll is very dramatic, but I like it because it's, if you can see, it's like splurges of lashes that mix in with your regular lashes, so it looks really good. So definitely like Ozaredo lashes. And then the last two is lips. So these both break all of my rules for makeup. I don't like lip gloss, and I'm not a big person into pale nudes at all. It's not my thing. But the Steve Laurent, let's see what color this is, Cafe. That is a very pale pink lip. Luss, and I've been wearing it like crazy. I don't know why. All of a sudden, maybe I'm converting. Maybe I'm learning to love it. And the other one is the Baddest Beige from, I believe this is Maybelline. It literally does not say anywhere. That is the weirdest thing. But I believe it's Maybelline. This one's actually because of Jaclyn Hill. I've watched Jaclyn Hill for years. I'm definitely a fan, but just because she says she wears something doesn't mean I'm gonna buy it. But I watched her put this on with a darker lip gloss or a lip liner one day, and she didn't do like a full ombre, or it wasn't like 10 shades deeper. It's just a little bit darker, and it looks so pretty on her. And so I was like, I should pick that up. Well, I wear it with lip liner to make it a little bit darker and deeper, but the formula is fantastic. Like, I could get a different shade with a darker one, I realize now, because it's the formula. It's absolutely fantastic. But anybody that likes pale beiges, you would love this. It's like almost a baby pink. It's very pretty. So that is my current makeup favorites, and for mainly January and February. I would like to post these videos at least quarterly, but if not every 2 months or so. I believe in 1 month it's really hard. Life flies so fast. It's very hard to keep track of, you know, if you used a lot, because it can feel like you used it a ton, and then when you sit back and count the days, you used it maybe 4 times a whole month because it was once a week. So I think that every 2 months is a little bit easier to kind of decide what your favorites are or your frequently used products are. I mean, like, for example, lip gloss is definitely not my favorite, but this one looks so good, so I've been using it more. So I thank you guys for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe before you leave. Hopefully you'll click the like button and ring the bell so you're notified every time we post on Thursdays and Sundays. And I hope you have an amazing weekend. Thank you.